Okay. I hope it's shareable. Okay, let's do the thing. Okay, guys. Um, I hope we have talked about the Maven yesterday, and then we have used MVN clean, MVN compile, MVN package on applied on one of the open source project, and then we left there itself yesterday. Okay. I mean, the thing is, you have to learn some one of the build tool as a part of our learning. We used a Maven as a build tool, and then we have just seen those that. Okay. Um, and now let's back to why I have chosen that is of that particular project is it is a huge project, so it has a plenty of commits, plenty of branches, and a lot to learn. So if we have such kind of project, we can apply the things that we are learning on that particular branch on our own repository would help us to understand better. That's why I have chosen yesterday there. Okay, let me go to the one which I have cloned. I mean, I have forked yesterday. Okay. Uh, okay. This is the one which I have forked yesterday. Okay. Fork is nothing but the you are just let me put it this way. There is a 1 minute. Everyone will have our own GitHub repositories, right? So GitHub accounts. Under the GitHub accounts, we do have our own repositories. Like let's say this is my GitHub account and this is your GitHub accounts. Each of our GitHub accounts, we do have a multiple repositories. Okay. So what will happen is when you do clone of any of the repositories into your local machine, it will have a connection. Okay. It will have a live connections. Okay. So meaning when you clone it, you will have a connections of the remote repository to local repository. But if you download, right, if you download one repository from your GitHub account to your local repository, it does not have a connection. It is only a single way connection. It does not have a reverse way connection. But in case of a clone, you will have a reverse way connection. This everything with the remote repository on your GitHub account, right? But in case of a fork, right, for example, there is a project on your account, okay, in your account, GitHub account, okay? And when you see people, for example, this is you. If you don't want others to access your repository directly, what they would suggest to use fork repository here, fork their repository into your account. Okay, now from now onwards, you just need a fork access, that's it. And from now onwards, you can work like your own repository. Okay, meaning, for example, if you do some commits in your repository, I mean your forked repository, the commits or the changes that you have done, everything will be stored under your forked repository, not on the actual repository of some other account. Okay, so you still have, even if you, I mean what I want to say is the connection is still established. Like when you do clone, right, same thing will happen here. If you want to merge your changes to your from your forked repository to the original repository, you can still do that when you do fork it. Okay, if you don't want to fork, right, like you download and then you are downloading your from remote repository to local repository, right? Similarly, you can download your code repository from some other account and then come here in your account, log into your account, and then upload it here. So there is no connections at all if you do like that. The fork, the main intention is you don't want every commits or every changes to on your original branch, but instead you can fork it, like you can just take the exact thing, but on your own account, not on the original owner's account. So that is the main thing. Okay, the same thing which I have done here. There is an open source project of Bamini core, and then I fork it. This is the one thing. What I'm going to do is I'm trying to work on here. I'm trying to clone it here. let me do this part here. Okay, I'm gonna clone my forked repository and then and then git clone. Okay, this is going to clone. Guys, can someone tell me what is the command to to see the list of the branches in remote repository? Can someone tell me, please? I'm looking for that. So looks like I do have only one branch, but what if it is in remote branch? It's the -r. Okay, so these are the list of the remote branches here. Okay, now I just cloned it. Okay, now let's talk about. Okay, now let's come to our point here. Now there are a lot of commands that you can work like, you know, work like a lot of things here. Now let's learn about. Okay, guys, I need, before doing that, I just want something from you. Like, what are the, for example, if I want to do some commits and changes, right? What are the commands? Except Saranya, can someone or anyone can confirm me? Like, what is the procedure? like uh, like I want to add a new file, or I want to edit the file, and then I want to commit and push it. What are the commands? Can you please paste the series of commands, or what are the thoughts? What is the process that you will be applying if you want to push your changes? Please, I'm waiting for your reply. Anyone except Saranya, because we already done with the Saranya. I'm waiting for, no one is replying it. Okay, meanwhile, I'll start this one. Okay, right? No one is responding. I can't able to do anything if someone is not responding. Okay. Okay, git push horizon, master, git push, git add. Okay, what else? What else? Okay, fine. Okay, okay. The thing is, see, the answer coming from all of you, but not from any individual basis. Okay, even Sainath has given reversibly ordered answers. Sainath has given git add, Nanda has given git push. See, we should have a series of things like git add first, git status second, git commit third, git push is the fourth one. Okay, these are the series of the commands that we need to execute it. Okay, but fine. Okay, no problem. Now I want to create a branch. What is a command? A new branch from the master. Can someone tell me? Or what is the command to check, switch to the branch? Okay, git checkout -b name. What does it mean? Will it create a new branch, or will it just switch it to the branch? Creates and switches to the branch, right? Okay, cool. Now the thing is, what I'll do is I do want git. I don't know whether do I have any branch related to the dev. I don't know. I'm just okay. Looks like there is no branch like with the starting with the dev. Let's check BHC. BAH. Okay, all are this one. Because why? I mean, okay, what I'll do is, since there is no develop branch, right? What I'll do is I'll check out, I'll create, okay, this is my branch here. And what I'm gonna do is, there is nothing changes here, right? What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna push, I'm gonna add Let me check here. I'm gonna delete mvn git status. I'm doing some changes here. I'm adding something like you know okay, this is new file. This is a new file, and I am saving it. These are the changes that I have been done. And what else I need to do? I'm editing the 1 minute. What I'm doing is I'm doing a lot of other things also here. I'm opening the notice here, and then I'm just removing here. I'm just okay. I just removed the line here. I'm doing the changes here. Okay. I have added the new one. I have deleted it. I have modified the existing one here. Okay. For example, now we are learning about the advanced commands. Okay. We will apply a lot of things on here. Okay. The first thing is that we do is git checkout here. Okay. Git checkout, and the file name here. Now let me check git status here. It didn't appear, meaning, for example, I have done some changes here. Okay. For example, I have I open a notice file and then remove a one particular line, and then I check the status here. It's saying okay, you have modified something. Now I don't want that changes, meaning I want to go to the reverse. Which is like a restore to the original state or previous state. I can use it two ways. One is I can use a git checkout notice, meaning it will go to the previous original state when you do checkout, or else when you do git restore of notice, it will go to the previous state of the file. So it won't save the changes that you have done. Okay, so git won't able to track you since it is going to revert it or restore it. Okay, here that is one thing we have. Okay, what is that? How does Git track all these changes? Is it going to store all the duplication of the files? If yes, won't it consume the huge amount? No, no, no. That's why this entire tool has come into picture, Sainath. If you see here, there is some folder called, under the Git, there are a lot of things here. Okay, indexes. Okay, there is a lot of things here. So it will keep on track all the informations of the delta parts of it, not the entire huge files. If it is a huge files, as you said, right, it will be a huge amount of a disk space will be utilized. It will just change, it will just store the delta changes. Delta means the changes. For example, you have given 100 lines, and you have added another 2 lines, totally 1 or 2 lines, right? The Git will keep on track of extra those 2 lines only, not the entire 102 files here. So that's how it will maintain the things. All that kind of functionality will be happening from this here. For example, if you created any Git status and all, right, this everything will be applied. I mean, the particular functionality applied from this particular one here. Okay, all if you remove this git folder, right, you won't able to execute any of the git related commands. That's why it isn't very important here. Okay, now we just checked out of the git status here. Okay, next one is, just a minute, that we want to do is, we have used something called checkout here, right? Where is this? Okay, we have used the git checkout to restore the something here. I mean, to go to the previous changes here. Okay, now let's apply the same thing here on the deleted one also. Okay, Let's check whether this same thing. I mean, the thing is, okay, sign on is still, but even if it's storing just two lines, it has to have the old file to compare. Yes, yes, it is correct. The old file will be still exist. Okay, that's why it won't require, I mean, it won't require to store the duplicate file of it since it has a original files in it. Okay, okay. Now let me, I mean, one thing we have just thought about is this one, and the second one is which I want to use is Git. The one is about log here. So this is basically one of the command that we do use frequently, because to understand different the logs that is happened, there are a lot of things that we can do from the logs here. Okay, just a minute. There is a bunch of things that you can apply on the Git logs here that would helpful when you are doing a debug. Okay, so this is one thing of it. Okay, these are the list of logs which is happening, I mean list of comments that is happen here. And now if I want to one line of logs here, I can use a git logs, git log hyphen hyphen one line here. Only just what is the commit and what is the message, that's it. And what is the commit, I mean the commit id. These are the some of the commit ids, and this is the from where to where it happened, and this is a comment they have done. Just one line of a description of everything in this one here. Okay, if you want to know how many total commits, right, the same thing, just add wc, which is a word count of a hyphen l. You can apply of this command totally 2745 commits on remote repository. Okay, this is one thing. And for example, if I want to use graphical representation, right, I can just use graph. So okay, I think graph. Okay, so if you see here, there is a some kind of a dot over here, right? I mean, a star symbol here. Sometimes you would see some kind of a graph also that we can see here. See, from this commit, they have created a separate branch, and then they have committed this one, and then continued till this one. It's somewhere either it could be merged. Yeah, again they have merged in another one. So you would see here, this graph is very important if you want to understand the entire process here. Now what I do is I'll just show you the same thing in somewhere else also here. So there is I don't think we do have access of that. Let me open it here. Collaborators, environment, code spaces, branches, roles, actions, insights. Yeah, right here. Comments, code frequency, dependency, network. Yeah, I think this is the one. Meaning the command prompt that we just shown here, right? The same thing will be represented in the graphical representation here under this one. Okay, just wait here. Okay, meanwhile, yeah, see here. Okay, so you really need to understand this guy, I mean this graph importantly, because you see here, I mean, this is a timeline of it, who has done of what at what time. So if you see here, there is a lot of the, the branch which is showing in a black right here. This is the master branch. From the master, for example, take here from the master branch on between 24th 23 to 24 of September, they have taken a separate branch and created that branch and committed one thing here. And after some time, like a 27, they have committed here, and finally they have stopped here. Nothing is progressed here. Okay, this is one thing we can understand. Similarly, in the same commit, there is a one more guy who has Rohit Yavalkar, and this guy is a Bindu AK. So these guys has taken a some kind of a commits or created a branch from there, and then created created two different branches, and then committed it, and then committed it, and committed here, and then stopped here itself. So it was never merged into the master again. Maybe the feature that they have developed, the changes that the guys has developed does not have any may not working or may not been approved by authorities, or I mean the team leads, or may not have some test cases. Somehow they have not merged their changes into the master again. If they have merged, right, they would have seen, I mean, there would be something like something will be merged here. Okay, I don't think it will easily merge it. Okay. Here, same way. See, on the 28th of March, there is a lot of guys has been taken here and then committed here, and finally he has mentioned as a master here. So I mean, like I have forked, right? These like this, they have a lot of guys has been forked it and doing changes and then trying to push it and a lot of things here. See, finally on July 20th, this guy Angushman Sarkar has stopped something. From there, this guy has taken it and then continued something here, and then something here. And from then onwards, there is no changes progressing in the master branch here from the 20th of the July, because nothing has merged. See, there are straight lines continuously, but they never merge into the master. Somehow they will be merging into the master. Not now, like this. For example, this guy has changed something and then committed here. Okay. Similarly, the changes everyone has done, it has ultimately go to the master branch here. This is a graphical representation. So if where do you use this kind of when I mean, when do you come to this place? Because if you don't know what is happening in your entire GitHub repository, who has done what, from uh, which branch has been created from which branch, whether it is merged or not merged, what is exact state, that's everything that you can find this information from the networks tab of the insights here. Okay, this is very important part of it. Okay, now let's do one thing here. Let's come back to our part. Now we have just seen this information here, right? And the next one, which, okay, let's check the git status here. Generally, now I just added it, right? What I can do is I'll just delete this also here. Remove license here, and then again here. Okay, now these are the I'm currently working on my development branch. What does it happen is directly I got a requirement from my team lead saying that, for example, there is some bug they have found in one particular branch, for example, master branch. So immediately my team lead would come here and ask me, okay, there is a bug in the master branch, can you fix it? Now here I'm in the halfway development of my changes, meaning since I'm in develop branch, I was in half work, I did not complete it. Now the point is, I don't want completely, I mean, I don't want commit, because this is a half feature or not completed yet. At the same time, I don't want lose these changes also. In these two changes, what else you can do? Either you need to commit it, or when you can, I mean, either you discard it, or you check out, or you restore this, or you lose these files. Either two things happen. Okay, but the thing is, you don't want both of them. There is something called git stash. Okay, What does it mean is it will just it will just store your changes but not commit it. At the same time, it won't lose you also. This is where you can use the git stash command, okay, which is basically here. So if you don't want 1 minute again. If you don't do the something like this one, right, what will happening is, if you don't commit or if you don't discard, when you switch from your develop to master branch or feature branch, that particular feature branch also will keep on track this file here. Okay, so it shouldn't be, I mean, we shouldn't do that way. Either you commit it or delete it or stash it. Either you have to do it here. Okay, git. So what I'm gonna do is git add git stash. Now what I'll do is git stash. See, one thing is you have to add it. Without adding, it can't do anything. Okay. So the thing is, see, earlier when you do status after adding a commit, right, it should show only the in a green file, meaning I am tracking it. Then if we commit it, it will come like this. But we did not commit it, but it's still saying there is nothing changes something because we have done a stash here. Now let's see the what are the how many stashes are here. There are two stashes here. Okay, stash 0 and stash 1. This is the list of the things. Okay, so I have done a 2 times of the stashing, that's why it is showing me here. Okay, now for example, what I've done is I have mkdir not mkdir tests. Okay, under the test cases dot java I have given here. Okay, I'm just doing something. I have added my functionality here. Now let me check box here. Now what I'll do is I'll just add this and then let me check it. So it is saying this. Now again, I'll just stash it. Okay. Now let me check git stash list. I should have a 3 status here. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll check out to the master branch, which my team leader said told me about to fix some branches. Now when I check, when I check, nothing was tracking from the old branch, meaning from the development branch, because I staged it. I mean, I stashed it, and at the same time, I did not even lost those changes also. This way, I can come and then I fix my issue here and then commit it and then come back to, I'm assuming I'm completed my issue, I fixed my issue, and then I'm taking to the, I'm going back and then I'm stash list here. Git stash. Okay, git stash list. It is showing me 3 things. Now I want to apply, I mean, I want to, if I want these last stash change, what I do is git stash apply to, or I can navigate between 0, 1, 2, 3. I can, so now whatever I have deleted, the last one, it has become, it has pulled the changes that, or it has pulled the changes that I have done. Okay, now what I'll do is at the same time I want to be here also here like this. See, now it has been added here with the with the stash 2. It has back only license. For the stash 1, which I have been saved, new file also here. At the same time, I want the previous stash also. So like this, I brought back all my stashes here. Now what I do is git add as usual. Git add. The bad practice is adding a star here, meaning whatever the changes it is showing here, please add everything. But it is not a right one. So you have to do one thing is git add of each file. But Of course, I'm lazy. That's why I use a stash. I mean, star here. Git status here. Git. Okay, 1 minute. Why it is not doing things here? Okay, just a minute here. Okay, because you have to. I have to use the remove also. Okay. Okay, so now it will keep on track me what is happening here. See, I have deleted one file, which is Git is storing it. I mean, tracking it, totally things here. Now, what I'll do is I'll comment stashes applied. Okay. Okay. Now, what I'll do is I'll commit again. Git commit. Oh, I have committed it. Now, git push origin develop. Okay. So this is what has been happening. So totally my changes has been pushed here. Okay. This is one of the command that we have used. I mean, one of the advanced command. And the next one is, again, we'll come to git log here. Okay. There is a lot of logs here. Now, what I want is one line of logs I required. These are the one lines here. Okay. For example, the thing is, I want to see the difference changes of, for example, git status here. I want to see the difference between two different commits. Since we do not have much logs, right? I'm taking a two existing logs here. For example, this is the one commit which I'm doing it. Give me the differences of this commit and this commit here. Okay, let's see the differences by using a git diff here. So finally, there is a differences of A means the first commit ID, B means second commit ID. There is a difference in the form.xml under the admin folder, that is this one. This one you have added this. I mean, this is the major difference between those two files. Like this they have removed one of the packages, they have removed one of the a static string they have removed, and this is one difference they found between those two commits. And the entire one of the function itself has been removed in one of the thing here, and there is a one more file here between of this, and they have removed these packages under this particular file called Bamani Encounter Transaction Update Advanced Test. Like this, you can find a differences between the commits here. Okay. Now, what I want is, I want a difference between two branches here. I want master here. So there is a lot many changes between two different branches also here. See, these are the changes. There is a huge base actually. Okay, you can easily find it out. Okay, these are the sum of the things. Okay, and where is this? There is a lot of differences between the master and development branch. Now, instead of doing a master and a lot of branches, what I do is I'll use these two branches here. BHA git diff okay 2549, right? For example, let me give you 2456. What does that happen? Unknown revision 2594 25. Okay, does it not exist? 25. Okay, if it is not, see, okay, so we should be giving a full path because we are We are differing the different branches here. Okay, these are the changes between the two different branches here. So this is one thing. At the same time, right, you can do a diff between two branches, two commits, and two files here. This is one of the information. I mean, complete. I mean, one of the advanced command if we want to search or find out what are the difference between two files or two commits or two branches here. Okay. Another one is thing is, for example, git log here, and I want to see the entire commits of this guy, or I want to what is happen on this commit, how many files they have been done here. Git show here. So the complete history of this commit. Okay, this is the commit ID, this is the other, this is the message, this is the difference. Okay, so they have changed something like this. This is another one. Okay, another thing is, for example, what we have done is, what I've just done is, for example, I have created a master. I mean, this is the a master branch. From the master branch, there is a lot of other branches. Okay. Now what I've done is I have created a separate branch called develop. Okay. And I have done some commits, like I added it, I committed, I mean, I have removed it, I have edited it, right? Now what I want is I want to merge those changes into here. I want to merge, meaning just let me undo this. How do I undo this? Okay, forget about this again. This is a master branch. From the master branch, I have created a separate branch, and come from the development branch. I mean, this is a development branch. I have committed some changes. For example, let's say dot here. From the dot again, I want to merge it back, merge it to here, merge to master again, from the develop to merge, from the develop to master here. Let's do that here. So let's switch to the master, because to the master only I want merge it. Okay, otherwise, I mean, let's go to the master here. And now let's check if there are any uncommitted changes. No changes. So I'm ready to merge it. So what I'm gonna do is, since I want to merge the branch, I mean, develop branch to master branch, first I need to check out to the branch which I want to merge into. Okay. So now what I'll do is I'll use the merge tool here. Okay. Git merge, and the branch which I want to be merged into master. Okay, I want develop branch to be merged into master branch. Master branch which I'm already in, I want develop branch changes here. So it is saying, okay, it is clearly merged here. Since there is no conflicts in this one, right? Here, that's why, I mean, no conflicts in the sense there is no changes that we need to get a conflicts, meaning if we are trying, I mean, there is no one has done, for example, if you take the license file here, no changes in the master branches. At the same time, no one has done, I mean, not like no one has done, it's not a case where two people are working in a same file. That's why we did not get a conflict here. The conflict, when do we get a conflict, mean, for example, if we both are working in a same branch on a same file and then trying to push the changes, right? It will throw an error saying that either, dude, you fetch the changes first and then you do your commit. Okay, while you are fetching, you may face an issue called conflict, or otherwise it won't be reflected. We will also fall under the, I mean, we will also find out that we will also try to do, some of the merge conflicts. We intentionally do this. Okay, so basically this is one other command. Another thing is git rebase. What generally do is, git rebase is also similar to git merge command. but it integrates the two branches into a single branch here. Meaning, for example, I have a master branch, I have a development branch. I want those two changes into one particular branch. Okay. So what does it do is it won't revert it. Basically, I mean, it won't undo the changes. What does it do is it will just create another commit on top of the existing commit. This is what it will be doing it here. Okay, this is one thing. Another part here is, anyway, we know already git pull here. Okay, when you do git rebase, right, what does it do is it will just go to the previous changes and then find out if there is any difference between the previous changes and current branches here. Okay, this is one other thing. And the very another important part is git tagging part here. Okay, git tag here. What does it, I mean, git tag is very important actually here. Now these many tags, I mean, currently this particular Bamini core project has only the tags here. Okay, only 3 tags here. What we can do is I can add one more tag like NR97 tag here, and then what I can do is this is one way I can do that. Okay, there are two, I mean, whatever I have added, that is also added here. Now I want to add a tag with a message saying that this, I mean, release alpha. This is the my tag name. Everyone could able to do that. Okay, or else generally the tag would be like this 0.3.2 something. Okay, and this is how we'd be doing it. And please provide me a message. I added 0.3.2 tag here. Okay, I'm saving it here, and then let me do git tag here. 0.3.2 has come here, and now what I want to do is git push 0.3.2 here. Tag here. So what it is saying, it should be doing like whatever all the tags which have been created, please push that. So it should automatically push all your newly created tags into remote repository. Okay, when do we do create a tags here, especially in the while releasing a particular feature, I mean particular branch, right, that we will be learning in the GitHub strategies here. Okay, what does it mean is whenever you are creating some branches, not like some branches, especially a release branch, when you do a release branch, you would be tagging something here to understand to why do they need to tag is because to come back, if we want to revert those changes, right, with the tag itself we can do that. For example, that day I have mentioned there is a product which has a 5 features. With the 5 features they are marking it as a beta version of it. Beta is a tag name they would be using it, and once they have implemented from 5 to 10 features, 10 features is a complete a product like 0.1 version or 1.0 version. Okay, now if the customer want a beta version of it, what they do is they'll take a tag, I mean they'll take a branch with that particular tag which contains a alpha, and then they'll deploy it. That's how, that is the main purpose of using a tags while we are especially in releasing part. That is the main part of it. Yeah. Okay. And one more thing is which you would be doing it, deleting a particular branch here. For example, let me check out to develop here. What I want is git branch. I'm into this. For example, I want 952 branch to be deleted here. First, what I do is git branch You can be anything. Okay, I mean, you can be in any of the branch here, and I want this particular delayed branch here. Yes, I want hyphen remote. Why? Because I thought this branch is in my local branch, but it is not in my local branch. It is in the remote branch. If your branch that you want to delete, if it is in the local branch, it won't ask you whether it is in remote. If your branch that you want to delete is in the remote, you have to specify remote also here. Now let me do the changes here. Okay. So nothing was there in here. And since it is done on the remote branch, let's check if there is any change. Yeah. Okay, nothing has come here. See this? So 952. There is no information here, but let me put this way. What are all 95 here? Okay, let me do this. Okay, why? Okay, there is only one Bamini actually. That's why it is showing. It's nothing doing here. All are small, small. Let's take about the BAH here. There's a lot of branches with the BAH. Let's take a give us a start. Okay, there is a lot of things. With the Bamini, there is only one branch that we have deleted here. Okay, so even if we go to our remote branch, we can check and then see whether the branch has been deleted or not. Okay, right? This is one thing. Another one is I want to modify the existing branch name. Okay, git branch. Okay, and -m, which is for the modify of develop. I'm just adding develop E, that's it. Or I'm just adding dev 1234. So the branch name is getting changed by using this one. Okay. So now what I've done is git ref log here. So what I've done is just 1 minute here. For example, if I want to revert my branches here, for example, I would just have been removed here. It should have been shown here. I want to recover it, or uh, I want to restore to the previous stage. So what I can do is I can first check the reference logs, meaning whatever the changes that you have done on a particular branch, it will keep on track you with this one called head 0, head 2, 3, 4, and these are the commit IDs here. Okay, this is the reference logs. Okay, what you can do is you have to find a respective one. Okay, why did not shown here is the changes that I have done, everything was in the git ref logs on my local one, not the remote one, but I directly removed on the remote branch. That's why it is not showing the deleted reference logs here. But no problem. What I can do is I can revert back to this particular one from this to. What I can do is git branch. Okay. And the commit ID. Okay, sorry. Okay, one more command is git ref logs here. What does it do is it will just give you the reference of logs which you have done locally, not the remote logs here. I mean remote reference logs here. Why we need? Because to understand from, for example, right, what I've done is from origin, I have done a lot of changes. Three commits or three adds I have done here. And I have switched between the master and checkout here. And I have applied the stashes here. And I have moved from master to develop to master here. And then I have merged the entire develop to master here. and I have switched back from master to develop again, and then I have changed from develop to develop. I have just added the same thing from develop develop to dev4. So like this, whatever I have done on my local machine, everything will be just shown be here. It's not only the commits, it will show the entire event history also, like what you have done, what is that you have applied on the branch level, you have just done the checkout operation, you have just merged operation, you have committed here, you have checked out here, you have reset here, you have checked out here, you have just cloned here. So like not only the information about what you have done, it will also tell you the event that you have done with the using command called ref logs. When do you apply this? Especially you would be applying if you want to understand what exactly is happening on the your branching, I mean your repository of a GitHub. Generally, team leads or who is the authority to merge, they would be applying all these logics or all these commands here. Okay, this is one thing. And what is this? Yeah, we are talking about, I want go to this particular stage. For example, let's see, I don't think we'll do this. I mean, git branch, and the branch that we want to go is master or deleted branch, right? What is that? Um, example master. This is the, I'm just pasting it here. Okay, your master is already exist. It can't be do it because we are switching back from here to, we are trying to jump from here to here. It won't be possible. You have to go one by one like this. That's how. But the thing is, with the branch master, I mean with the command called git branch, you can specify other things also here. Okay, we can't able to see the, what I'm looking out is the deleted commit message here. Why I can't able to delete, I mean I'm not able to getting that information because I have done the changes remotely, not locally. What would I have done is I have checked out that branch to my local repository, then I could have deleted it. This way we can get that information under this referral logs here. I have directly remoted, deleted that particular thing remotely here. Okay, that is one thing here. And what is there is something called cherry picking. Let me show you. I'm into dev 1 2 3 4, right? I want changes git branch, git branch, git branch here, and no. Let me do one thing. First, let me do some changes here. Nano. I'm doing some changes here. Okay, this is then git status here, and then git logs here, git log here. Before doing that operation, first what I'll do is git the status. What I'll do is git add admin.md. I'll do is okay. What I'm doing is I'm adding one more file here. Before doing this, git commit -m modified redmi.md here. Okay, this is the one thing, and still there is one more file to check it. Okay, this I added another commit. git commit -m, added the new readme.md.1 here, and git log. There are two commits which have been done. Added the new readme file, modified the existing readme md file. Now if I want to switch back to the previous commits, right, or generally if I want the changes of this guy, currently where I'm in this particular one. But if I want to go back to this commit where I wouldn't have this readme.md, but I would have a readme.md file. Okay, what I can do is I can apply a cherry pick like this. Git cherry pick and the commit which I want to travel. I want to travel or I want to revert back to this particular commit ID. Okay. This way I was be doing it here. See here, you would be saying, hey, you are cherry picking, you are traveling a different commands. Cherry pick is another command which you would be traveling with the commit IDs. Like for example, if you want to travel, I mean, if you want to revert to a previous commit ID, you can do a cherry pick out, or you can do checkout of that particular commit ID and a lot of things. Okay. Now what I do is whatever the things that I've done here, I'm just committing it. Committing it, hyphen hello. This guy is suggesting if you see here, commit hyphen empty. So since I'm doing modified readme.md, here this is what has been happening. Git status, nothing was changed here. Git log. So the latest commit is also happen here. Previous one readme md and this readme md. I mean, this is the new readme.md. What I've done is from this commit to I have traveled here. Okay. From there, it has been created. See, generally it will apply some blockchain kind of thing. Meaning, even though you have switched to the previous commit ID, it will create another new commit on top of existing one. But your commit or your pointer won't be committed to, I mean, pointing to here, but it will commit on top of that. Okay, this is the one of the blockchain technology, how it will work. The ledgers won't be keep on, even if you do some additions, right, if you do some modification, it will keep on recording the modification as a new one also. It won't delete, or it won't delete the previous history. That's how the even GitHub also works here. Okay, this is one of the command that we need to remember along with the stashing. And there is a something called some of the advanced commands that we should be doing. Yeah, verify commits also here. So for example, okay, let me do one more operations here. I want to, can I switch back to this commit ID? This guy has done some branches. Copy, git checkout, I mean git re pick up. So I was in still on cherry picking up. Let me check this one. No, it can't able to possible because I have to find which branch this commit ID, then switch back to that commit, I mean that particular branch, and then apply cherry pick. That's way it will work. Okay, this is one thing. And yeah, now what I'm doing is I just want to get, sorry, there is something called, no, I don't know why my this one got hanged. Okay, no, I don't know, this got hanged for me. Just a minute. Okay, git verify. Okay, right. I want this to be there. Okay, git. Oh my God. Okay, it has. That's why it got hanged here. Let me close this part and then use my this one here. Git verify tag 0.3.2. Do I have it? No, there is nothing like something here. There is, I mean, so basically what you can do is, if you know some particular commit or ID or tag, you can do git verify tag, git verify command also here. For example, the tag is, let me do one thing. First, let me list out here git tag. Okay, I do have it. So I can just verify 0.1.5 non-tag object. Actually, we should be telling you, let me complete of this cherry picking. I was in middle of this. What I do is I'm going to skip my cherry pick operations by using something called skip here. So I was removed from this guy and then check this. Okay, I don't know. Generally, we should be doing it, but let me do another one. Git log here. And I want this particular commit ID to be there here by using a verify commit ID. Git verify commit. Verify commit. Yeah. Okay. This is the, I don't know why the git verify tag is not working even though it's not there. Okay, but fine. This is one thing. User got created for this verification of this commit ID. These are the operations which is happened here. And this is the information which is been mentioned here. Okay. Another one is, okay, what does it do is generally, right? It will open the merge tool basically. This would help handy when you face a conflict, merge conflict here. What we have just done is, this is a graphical user interface which will work especially when you do what I could say is whatever the commands that we have done, right? Git add, git commit, git push, right? The same thing you can do graphically using this tool. This tool has been come when you execute a git CI tool. Okay, whoever don't want GUI to be used while committing, adding, and then pushing it, right? They can just use a CI tool, and then the changes that you can done here, it will keep on tell you. I mean, if you have done something like this, right here, you have created some new file, it would have shown here. If you have added it here, it would have shown under the green box. And if you want to commit it, you can do this. You can push it. This is one other tool. Okay. Another one is, okay, just let me close this. Okay. Now another one is git what changed. Especially there are a lot of been changes on this your repository. These many changes has been done, and this especially will help you to understand what is happening, and very, I could say, very detailed overview. Okay, these are the commits, and this is a commit ID, this is the file names, and this is the information of a master, and this is the commit message ID, this is the merge changes that they have done. Very detailed information will give you what changed. Okay, like just type git what change. This is one command that you can execute it here. And we have talked about the one more thing called yeah, I think we have talked, there is one more thing called bisect. which you will be easily understand to know some commits operations. I mean, I think these are the some of the advanced commands other than what we learn like git push, pull, create, add origin, commit and all. Okay, tomorrow we will be doing two things. One is merge conflicts, how to deal with the merge conflicts. We intentionally raise a merge conflict, and then will be seeing how we do deal with the merge conflicts, and then resolve that and commit it. This is one thing. Another one is last concept is merge strategies. Git branch strategies. Okay, 1 minute, guys. Let's see our portion here. Yeah. Okay. So we would be talking about I mean, we just talked about here advanced commands, and probably I'll try to give you the list of the commands what have been done here. Okay. Another one is bridge. In this one, the pending is the conflicts, merge conflicts that we have to deal with that. This we will be doing. And the branching strategies, especially we'll talk at least two that would help you to understand. And the next one is, anyway, I was already had started with you. I think Saranya has done. What I do is, if you provide me your user IDs, what I'll do is I'll add you as a collaborator. On the assignment part, you would be requiring it. Okay, on the assignment part, I'll give you some kind of tasks like between if two people are there, right? What I'll do is I'll ask them to do some changes and then push those changes, and then they will get a kind of merge conflicts. You need to resolve it. This is one thing. And then I'll ask you to do some kind of changes in a particular branch along with the new creation of a new branch creation, and then do such something from that, resolve it, and then do. I'll give you the assignments part here. Okay, probably tomorrow end of the day we will be completing branching strategies, merge conflicts, and if possible I'll give you the assignment tomorrow itself. Otherwise, day after tomorrow I'll give you. Okay. Any questions, guys? I know I did not ask in between of while explaining the commits, I mean different commits, but I'll give a chance now. Please let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, you can also talk in tomorrow's class. And any questions, guys? Please let me know. Is it clear? I want a confirmation, guys. If no one is responding, I'm assuming everyone is good. But
are we discussing Jenkins tomorrow?
There is one more class with the GitHub that we will be completing it by tomorrow. From day after tomorrow, we'll start the Jenkins.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. Because I know we were being late somehow based on schedule, but I'll try to close off the tomorrow, the GitHub. But see, in the GitHub, what you need to know is, do you know commands how to push your changes? Do you know how to resolve the merge conflicts? Do you know what branching strategy are you using? These are some of the basic questions they will expect you. Apart from this, randomly they will pick some advanced or basic commands of a Git. For example, what is for a Git stash, what is for the Git log, and they will give you scenario and ask for the command, or they will ask you the command and they will explain you what is that command. So these are the basic they would be expecting from you. That's it. Nothing else from that. Okay. From day after tomorrow onwards, we would be jumping into the Jenkins. Okay. Here, what one thing is, along with the poster, we'll try to set up the master slave also, because in recent interviews, people are also asking, not like recent interviews. Earlier, they would be focusing on the thing called only Jenkins master. But the people, what they are doing is they are deploying the Jenkins in the Kubernetes cluster. In the Kubernetes cluster, they're just not only deploying the master Jenkins, they are also deploying the slaves Jenkins also. That's why master slave has come again in the interviews panel. Interviews. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think someone has Nanda. Suppose if we made a commit, push it to repo, but unfortunately, but failed. How to revert to the previous working branch? See, simple. When you do fail, right? When you do fail your commit or push thing, right? You still on the same branch. It won't be changed to another branch. Or even if it changed, for example, let's say it worked. You want to revert to that. What you can do is just git check out the commit ID of which you want to check out. I mean, which you want to move. For example, 10 commit ID, commit 1, commit 2, commit 3. These are the IDs. If you want to switch back to the previous commits, git checkout space that particular commit ID. That's it. You would be doing it. Okay, Sharon, according to my understanding, we can use old branch or tag to revert. According to my understanding, we can use the old branch or tag to revert. Yes, yes. Can you come? I mean, can you explain me? Are you saying you want to revert to the to where? You want to revert to the old branch, or you want to revert to the old commit, or you want to revert the only one file? Basically, you can revert if there is a new feature. I would try it in a new branch. Okay. I didn't get Saranya. I mean the context. Can you give me the context? You can revert using, you can apply the revert or checkout command on a file also to go to the previous stage of the index. For example, there is a file. If there is a 10 lines in the file and you have added another 2 lines, okay, and you have modified that, I mean, you have modified that file, right? So it will show you that as a red color since you are not tracking it. Now you want to revert. Revert means you want to go to the 10 lines of the files. Then you can apply either git checkout command or revert command. So this way you can revert back to that. If you want to tag it, you can't revert the tags here. Okay. You need to remove it. That's it. You can't revert with the help of tags. You can revert with the commit IDs and files, but not with the tags. That is what will happen. I hope I'm clear. Please let me know if this is what you are looking or some other question. Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay, guys, then let's close for this call today. If you don't have any questions, otherwise we'll meet tomorrow. Okay, thank you.